Nevada's Tesla Semi factory will test 50,000 unit annual output next month, showing whether long-haul electric trucks can move beyond early fleets. This is Tesla Shorts Time, episode 583. Tesla plans an opening ceremony for its Nevada Semi plant in September. The event will coincide with testing aimed at a 50,000 unit annual output rate. This marks the first public celebration tied to the facility's production ramp. The ceremony follows earlier construction milestones at the Sparks site. Yesterday's coverage of the Semi program noted steady progress toward commercial volume, and today's announcement adds a visible public milestone to that timeline. Remember, we covered the Semi program yesterday, and this ceremony moves the story from internal fleet deliveries into a public production test. While the Semi program moves from prototype to production scale, another Tesla vehicle is already showing what advanced software can do on real roads. An owner logged more than 500 miles over 14 hours in Pittsburgh using FSD v14.3.7 on a Cybertruck. The system navigated cobblestone roads with limited markings and tight city streets with only 2 interventions. One intervention came for a pedestrian outside a crosswalk. Several parking attempts landed in the wrong spot or at poor angles. The driver noted that parking remains inconsistent on FSD, sometimes placing the vehicle correctly but with a bad alignment. The owner highlighted that the Cybertruck surprised him by handling the unmarked cobblestone section perfectly on the first attempt. The trip felt less tiring than a full day of driving, suggesting longer road trips could be feasible. As FSD proves capable on demanding roads, regulators and transit agencies are starting to explore how the same vehicles could serve public needs. The German state of Brandenburg is in talks with Tesla to use Model Y or dedicated robotaxis as flexible microtransit in rural areas. Transport Minister Robert Krumbach confirmed the discussions aim to replace infrequent bus routes and address a shortage of human drivers. The plan targets seniors and students who cannot drive themselves. The plan would upgrade the existing on-demand network once regulatory approval arrives. Officials see potential for rollout across multiple rural districts. The initiative positions Tesla vehicles as a direct substitute for traditional shuttle buses in low-density regions. While one region explores robotaxis for public service, Tesla is also expanding its AI work to meet local rules in another major market. Tesla selected ByteDance's Doubao large language model to support its AI initiatives inside China. The choice aligns with local data and regulatory requirements for training and inference work. The model will assist both autonomy-related tasks and broader AI applications. Tesla's decision reflects the need for domestically compliant infrastructure when expanding compute resources in the country. No timeline for full integration was provided in the reporting. Compliance choices in China sit alongside hardware and software updates rolling out elsewhere. Tesla has installed production line equipment for Optimus as part of a broader industry push that also includes Xiaomi's first Humanoid and XPeng's trial production. The installations represent dedicated manufacturing cells at Giga Texas. The report tracks progress across 12 manufacturers toward volume humanoid output. Tesla's installations represent the next visible step after earlier prototype work. The 36 CRA report places Tesla among 12 automakers actively building production infrastructure for humanoids. No specific output targets or timelines for Tesla were detailed in the summary. Production progress on Optimus pairs with new utility features already reaching some customer vehicles. Select Model Y vehicles now support a bidirectional power adapter that can run household appliances and tools. The accessory enables vehicle-to-load use for camping or backup power. Availability remains limited to certain configurations. The adapter draws from the vehicle's high-voltage battery to supply standard outlets. Owners can use it for extended off-grid stays without additional generators. The same hardware capability that powers tools also raises bigger questions about how vehicles interact with homes and grids. Bidirectional power adapters on vehicles like the Model Y turn a parked car into a mobile generator for tools, appliances, and backup loads. The hardware addition itself is straightforward, yet it surfaces a deeper constraint. Most home electrical systems and utility rules still treat vehicles as pure consumers rather than distributed sources. Tesla's approach of shipping the capability on select configurations tests whether demand will pull regulatory and installation standards forward. Early adopters in remote or outage-prone areas already see immediate value. Broader adoption hinges on how quickly local codes adapt. The adapter's limited availability today reflects a cautious rollout that prioritizes configurations where the feature can be supported without widespread electrical panel upgrades. The practical payoff appears first in edge cases where the marginal cost of the adapter is low compared with renting a generator. Over time, the same capability could feed into virtual power plant programs if utilities create tariffs that credit exported energy from passenger vehicles. That step requires metering, safety certification, and compensation structures that currently lag behind the hardware. Without those frameworks, the inverter capacity already present in the vehicle remains underutilized for anything beyond personal loads. If bidirectional use scales, it changes the ownership economics of an EV by adding a small but recurring revenue or savings stream. The limiting factor is no longer the vehicle's inverter capacity, but the surrounding rules that decide whether that capacity can be monetized without custom engineering at every site. Tesla's decision to include the adapter on certain Model Y builds therefore functions as a market test rather than a finished product. Success will depend on whether enough owners encounter real use cases that justify pushing utilities and regulators to update interconnection standards. Until then, the feature remains a promising but constrained option whose full value will only appear once the rest of the system catches up. Tesla increased prices by $5,000 on 2 Cybertruck variants sold in the United States. The move follows earlier reports of similar adjustments on other trims. No official statement from Tesla accompanied the change. The price adjustment affects 2 specific configurations available to American buyers. Reports indicate the increases bring the affected trims in line with updated production costs. Pricing moves in the US contrast with new partnership and charging expansions in other markets. Spinny added Tesla to its exchange partnerships alongside Nissan and JSW MG Motor India. The platform now offers up to 75,000 rupees in benefits for customers trading in vehicles toward new electric models. The expansion broadens options for Indian buyers considering Tesla vehicles. The tie-up allows Spinny customers to exchange existing cars for Tesla models with the stated incentive applied at purchase. This marks the first time Tesla has joined Spinny's network of exchange partners in India. New sales channels in India sit next to software updates reaching European owners. Tesla started merging FSD and feature branches to deliver the 2026 summer update to European vehicles already running full self-driving software. The rollout brings the latest supervised features to the region. The update combines previously separate software streams for broader compatibility. European owners on FSD will receive the changes through over-the-air delivery. The move aligns the European fleet with recent feature additions seen in other markets. Software improvements continue while the charging network quietly adds new locations. A new Tesla supercharger location opened in Dumfries, Virginia. The site adds charging capacity along a corridor serving local and through traffic. The addition increases the density of fast charging options in the Northern Virginia region. No details on stall count or opening day utilization were released. The new location joins the growing network of sites across the state. Infrastructure growth provides a practical counterpoint to ongoing discussions around solar financing. Tesla's solar lease option shows lower monthly payments than outright purchase in some comparisons. Commenters noted that the advantage disappears if customers cannot buy out the system at the end of the term. The discussion highlights how contract structure affects long-term economics for residential solar plus storage buyers. Several users pointed out potential removal or renewal fees that alter the total cost picture. The lease structure itself remains available alongside traditional purchase and loan options. Tesla filed a patent describing VOC-absorbing components that reduce haze buildup on windshields in front of FSD cameras. The approach targets a common source of obstructed vision during autonomous driving. No deployment timeline was disclosed. The components are designed to integrate with existing windshield materials. The patent focuses specifically on maintaining clear camera fields of view in varying environmental conditions. Before we go, the Nevada Semi ceremony next month will give the first public look at whether that 50,000 unit target holds up under real production conditions. And that's a wrap on today's Tesla news. TSLA closed at $348.95, down $13.91, 3.8%. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a rating or review. It genuinely helps other Tesla fans find us. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. See you tomorrow. One more thing. If you liked today's episode, our sister show Models and Agents for Beginners is worth a spot in your feed. Artificial intelligence explained simply, for beginners and curious teens. It's one of the NERA Network's daily briefings, all free at neranetwork.com. And on the website, every episode's visuals live in our free image gallery at neranetwork.com gallery. Royalty-free under Creative Commons, download with attribution. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.